Welcome, everyone, to the show. Come on, give yourself a round of applause. Come on, people. All right, I haven't even gotten any coffee in me. Can you believe that? But I've got 2 hours of energy left for all of you out there in the photography world. That might be good or it might be bad. I don't know. We'll find out. So, with all that said, we have a lot of photography news to go over this week. So, I'm waiting for some of y'all to pile in, and until then, we're going to get excited. That's right. For all the stuff we will be talking about today, I have an awesome product highlight to show all of you, and we will be opening up the panel for a full discussion. That's right. I want to open it up for all of you as soon as I get the business part out of the way. So let me turn off this pad here. There we go. Turn that back up. All right. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Join me every Thursday on YouTube for another live show of Let's Talk Photography. We cover the latest news, interviews with today's industry leaders, tips, tricks, lighting, cameras, and the business of photography. My weekly live stream is all about crowd participation. You're encouraged to ask questions, talk about the cool camera gear you've got or the camera gear you want to get. Hell, you could just join our open panel discussion during our Q&A portion of the show. The cost of access to Let's Talk Photography is very, very low. For today only, I'm hosting a very low price of free $99 to subscribe and press that bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming live streams. Now let's get back to the show.
Come on now, it's free $99 to subscribe. Smash that like button. Because I already know you're going to like the topics. You're going to like the discussion. So you might as well go ahead and smash that like, all right? With that said, I do want to let everyone know that, of course, I am on all the social medias. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, because I won't stop, and I'm on Twitter. Can you believe it? I'm still on Twitter, aka X. I still call it Twitter, but it's whatever. It still says twitter.com, so I don't know. It is what it is. It's all the same. I do want to let you know I do have some workshops coming up, an in-person and a virtual seminar. That's right. I'm hosting a webinar. The first one I'm hosting is how to record video with Nikon mirrorless cameras. I know. Can you believe it? And I'm opening it up for all of you. This is going to be great for anyone owning a Nikon Z camera and wants to learn a little bit more recording. We will be doing a 2-hour seminar going over the video recording menu, and as well as giving video recording tips and tricks for you to record great quality video using any Nikon Z cameras. I have 10% off right now for only a few more days. Sunday is the last day that you get 10% off of both my workshops. So that webinar will drop, go back to regular price on Monday, as well as this one here. I actually have a mastering studio portrait lighting workshop that is an in-person and immersive workshop April 21st here in Oakland, California at a nice studio I've been using. So if you wanted to learn how to use single, 2-point, 3-point lighting and working with 2 professional models, this will be a great in-person workshop, as well as to pick my brain and stuff like that. And of course, I'll be helping to tutor and make sure you guys are all doing what you should be doing and learning. So I have a whole curriculum for that. That's a 4-hour workshop again, on Sunday, April 21st. So feel free to go on over to my website at robertsilverphotography.com for more details about my upcoming workshops. All you got to do is click workshops and it'll take you right to it. Okay. It's very easy. And as I said earlier, make sure you show some love by pressing that like, that share, subscribe, and yes, hit the bell icon to get notifications for my upcoming content. I will be going live a lot more now. I've made a decision to do so, to bring you all along my journey as a photographer, if you're interested, or if you just want to pick my brain, or hell, if you're just nosy, I will be going live more often. So make sure you have that bell notification on so that you'll be notified for that if you do care. Of course, if you're really excited about what we're doing, well, what I'm doing over here, you could go ahead and support this channel with a super chat or a super sticker. Um, Google takes 30% of it, so don't think like photographers that are getting super chats or living high off the hog. They are not. And then of that, Uncle Sam takes another additional amount. So you already know how that goes. So any support you can give would be greatly appreciated, because you know what I do? I directly reinvest it into this channel. So if you see better lighting or access to better content and locations, etc., that's all due to all of your support. So any amount is greatly appreciated. I do have a beautiful newsletter that I will be sending out every week. And if you want access to that, all you got to do is click the link in the description section right below and first name, last name, and email, and you can be signed up to my newsletter. In the future, I will be giving those who are signed up to my newsletter exclusive discounts to my virtual and in-person workshops, as well as to my photo walks. I am hosting a photo walk in just a couple of months, and only those who are a part of my newsletter gets access to that free photo walk, because I'll be sending out a newsletter for the address, place, time, and all that good stuff, only to those signed up to my newsletter. So go ahead and sign up to my newsletter right down below. And hopefully, you find some of this content that I'm sending out useful. All right. So before we get started, let's go ahead and check out some of our comments already. We got hero shots, notification, gang, gang. That's right, brother. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay. And then we have King Kruk Gaming, Robert Silver, dropping gems all day, all day. That's what we're gonna do today. And I want to hear some more. You shared a lot of gems last week, quite honestly. And cool, gotta check that out. Absolutely. Thank you, Hero Shots. Like I said, the newsletters are free. All my webinars obviously cost, but I'm hosting a discount right now, so everything's available. And learning that, you should always be in a constant state of growth. Like, I'm always looking to learn. I'm always on YouTube looking for new lighting techniques, trying to pick up little gems here and there, how to use a camera or video camera handheld better, how to build out a better shoulder rig, how to use a gimbal better. Like, there's always room for improvement, at least on my end, right? So with that said, let's get to this week's product highlights, shall we? Let's go. All right, so here we are. Let me move my Rodecaster 2. And let me move this thing too, actually. All my way. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's get the drum roll. We have this week the Zuran 60. It's called an X60 RGB. Okay, many of you may have seen this camera all over the place because they've been promoting the heck out of it for good reason. They sent me one to review. It's an amazing little light, LED light, that I've found many ways to use because it's so small, has such a small footprint, and it's really, really, really a small but yet extremely powerful LED light. Okay, so that's what's right here. It has it does 60 watts of power for 40 to 50 minutes. That's a lot of dang power right there, I tell you that. And then here's the battery grip, so you could just attach it right there and turn this puppy on. It's freaking bright. So let me see if I can get this thing. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That's at 1%. I mean, that thing is bright. Yo, like, seriously, let me see. There we go. 1%. That's at 1%. Okay. So let me turn this thing off. It's crazy. So we have that. It's smaller than my wallet. It's smaller than my iPhone 14. Matter of fact, Here it is right here. Okay, there's the iPhone 14, really small, and it's freaking powerful as hell. Quarter-inch hole here, USB-C. You could plug your power bank or right here, and then it comes with a DC cable right here, and you could it comes with a USB-C cable too for firmware upgrades. So you could do all that right there. A built-in fan, keep things cool, keep things running. I was using this earlier to record the video of this review. So if you're subscribed to my channel, this video review of this light will be out. I'm hoping tomorrow, quite honestly. I want to get it over with, get it out there. And you will see the light of my talking head is used with this little light. And I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing what I was able to do. I also did a full photo shoot using this light. Um, on location at Pier 39 in San Francisco. So you'll see the photos as well as behind the scenes of my photo shoot using this light right here. So also it comes with a mini reflector right here. You see this little mini reflector right there, made out of metal, and then a little mini diffusion dome. So it just goes out like this. Boop, and it covers it like so. Okay, so you have a little dome reflector, and this is called a ZY mount, by the way. This little mini mount looks like a mini Bowens mount, but they do have adapters where you could connect a normal size Bowens mount modifier to this bad boy. Okay, so like that. There you go. Very compact. So if you need creative lighting on the go, especially 60 watts, that's pretty dang powerful for that size. I thought it was a lot of hype, and then when I used it, I was honestly blown away with this little light here. Okay, so clearly I'm fumbling around. So there you go. Now there is a bigger dish with reflector. Excuse me. I'm guessing there's about 5 inches. So you can see right here. They also sent this one for me to check out too, which is a bigger one. They actually have a mini soft box that you can buy. It's only like $60. So this is just another version. It's just pushed inwards so that it's easy to protect. But otherwise, you just cover it up like so, and boom, bada bing, plenty of light, soft light. All right. So with all that said, oh, and the last thing is that obviously in here, it does come with everything you see right here. Okay. It comes with the battery grip. It comes with the light itself, the mini reflector, USB-C cable, and a DC plug, as well as this nice little case. So with all that said, that is the product highlight for this week's episode. Come on now. All right. So now that we got that out the way, I just wanted to show you folks every week, if you're just tuned in, I plan on giving you a product highlight. They do not sponsor this. I wish some of these companies would sponsor this. This would be great. But they didn't sponsor that portion of the video. Okay. A lot of times when it comes to the product highlights, I just like sharing one piece of gear that I personally use or have found useful for all of you and share it with all of you. So that's the point of product highlight. Okay. All right. So let me get my stuff situated on my desk here. There we go. All right. Now we're looking pretty good. All right. Looks like we have a comment. Oh, digging the mographs. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Very cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, before we get into this week's news, which is honestly the main event for this live stream, I do want to put out this right here. Okay. I want to put out um the link for anyone that wants to join the live chat. Okay. Join the panel. You want to join the panel? Join the panel. Join the panel. Okay. There we go. So I just put that out there. If you wanna join the panel, you most certainly can. Um, let me see if you guys let me know if you guys see it. Oh, duh, I posted it in the wrong spot. Join the panel. There we go. Alright. You should be able to see it now. Let me know. Anybody that wants to join as we talk about today's topics, just let me know. There we go. I pinned it to the top. Join the panel for anyone that wants to join. You're more than welcome. And then, where do we go? Okay, so with all that said, let's get into the main event, shall we? Which is honestly a bunch of news about this what's going on here in the photography. There was a lot going on that it got to the point where I was like, I'm just going to talk about it for this week's live stream because to make a video for each one would have been a lot of time. Would have been very time consuming. Quite honestly, I couldn't keep up. There's so much stuff going on this week. I just simply couldn't keep up. I'm sure you all couldn't keep up as well with all the stuff that's going on. So, with all that said, let's get right to it, shall we? All right, here we are. Look at this ad right here. Take that crap off. Okay. Um, okay, so Sony develops a new 247 megapixel medium format sensor. Okay. That is nuts. Yeah. I wish Derek was here. Derek actually would probably have something to say about that. And that is phenomenal. So this sensor image is not the new IMX811. There are no images of this new sensor available yet. Okay, Sony Semiconductor Solutions announced a new 247 megapixel medium format image sensor, roughly the same size as the 100 and 150 megapixel sensor in the Phase 1 IQ4 digital backs in the Hasselblad H6D series. That is amazing. 47 megapixels is nuts. As spotted by Sony Alpha Rumors, Sony has added 2 new sensors to its large format CMOS sensor catalog. Okay, so these are the 2 here. And the 247 megapixel Type 4.1 image sensors come in color and monochrome variants and are currently listed for industrial use. I'm guessing NASA probably could use these, you know, archetype or what do you call it, engineering firms or something like that, city planners. However, before photographers get deflated, Sony Semiconductor has industrial versions of sensors used in consumer photographic cameras, including the slightly smaller IMX 461 sensor used in the Fuji GFX 100 and Hasselblad X series camera. Here we go right here. Okay, so oh, okay, there we go. That's the one we're talking about right there. Alright. Oh, these now, the new IMX811 pushes Sony's sensors catalog well past the 150 megapixel mark, nearly hitting 250 megapixels. Jeez, I mean, that is a lot of sensor right there. Um, is there any info oh, Craig says, is there any info, if it's a real medium format or is it crop medium format that are offered today? Well, that's a great question. Let's take a look in this article, see if it says here, again, this petapixel. Um, assuming that the IMX811 could be used for a typical camera, its specifications are remarkable. The rolling shutter image sensor incorporates 24 dB PGA circuitry and a 16-bit AD converter with full 16-bit digital output. Even at 16-bit output, the sensor promises to record 247 megapixel photos at 5.3 frames per second. By dropping the AD converter into a 14-bit or 12-bit mode, speeds can be increased. Okay, so even at full resolution, they're gonna give you 5, almost 5.5 frames a second, give or take. Alright, to contextualize the sheer pixel count, the 247 megapixel image, damn, 19.2 thousand pixels, 12,000.8. I mean 12.8 thousand pixels tall. Um, so far I don't see anything that says so. The 60 megapixel CMOS and the A7RV capture images that are, yeah, so this is just obviously a much larger size sensor. Uh, let's see if there's anything here that says that. Right. Well, so far, no. Um, unlike the smaller sensor using this, so a version of the IMX811 chip for a hypothetical phase 1 batch would need to be cut differently or just use a different active pixel area, which would change its resolution. Back illuminated sensor soon find its way in a new medium format camera or dispatch, only time will tell. However, given how other industrial sensors have been used before, there is a reason for optimism. The combination of bit depth, high bit depth processing, remarkable resolution, and speed is extremely appealing. Okay, so it shows you the practical advantages, backside illuminated. One minor note, considering that the IMX 811's plus 24 dB gain setting is different than the plus 36 on the IMX 411, 150 megapixel. Sure, okay, so it's a signal relatively low sensitivity in the new 247, although clearly time will tell. So, with all that said, it didn't say specifically, but so far, I mean, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't crop. So we will see. We will see. I just find this absolutely, interesting to tell you the truth. Hey, Tommy, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, we're just talking right now about the uh, Sony's new 247 megapixel medium format sensor. Okay, so that's kind of what we're just geeking out about right now. So the sensor, again, anybody that wishes to jump on in can do so by clicking the link right pinned to the top called join the panel. So you just click that, and then if you feel like you wanna join the conversation, you're more than welcome to, okay? Feel free to jump in anytime. This is really fun with you. So the next thing I'm gonna do is the next okay, so after that, now let's go check out this one. Now this one I'm pretty excited about. I don't shoot Sony and whatnot, I don't shoot medium format, so, but I thought that was fascinating news in terms of technology and where it's heading, and then I guess, some people are never gonna be done with the megapixel war, so if you wanna be able to be that one in the room with 247 megapixel medium format sensor, then go ahead and get your, pockets ready, alright? Alright, so the next one we're gonna take a look at is let's see here. Oops, I didn't switch. I need there we go. Alright, come on now, get this going. Alright, Sigma releases a new 50 mil lens. That's right, it's the f1.2 DGEN, which is native lens for Sony E and like lenses. Um, pretty excited about this. Now, granted, most of the well, one f1.2 lens I do have is Nikon's, Z50 f1.2 lens, which I absolutely love, and, um, Lumix, I have theirs, which is, Lumix actual lens, and that is the f1.4 lens, which is great. And then in October, I actually reviewed the 50-1.4 DGDN art lens by Sigma. So for it to have f1 bearing 2 just means it's gonna be that much better for low light, clearly. Um, it says super bright aperture, absolutely, you'd expect that. It says it has a pretty impressive minimum focus distance. I would like to test that out, but if I did not have that 51.4, I would get this lens. I would get this lens because, well, Sigma art lenses are phenomenal. The other reason why would be because the price is great, okay? $13.99 for a fast lens at f1.2 is a bargain, whether you're a Sony shooter or a Lumix Panasonic L-mount shooter. That is a phenomenal deal. Also, with my interview with, at the Sigma booth with, Aaron over at Sigma during at WPPI, I was educated that the same exact color, sharpness, and everything of a Sigma art lens is what you're gonna expect from a Sigma Cine lens. It's the same thing in terms of quality, of the content you'll create. So, with me being a videographer, photographer, knowing that you get that same cinematic performance out of this lens as well as having the speed at f1.2, this is a great buy. 13.99 is a great buy for what you're gonna get out of this lens. So, you have, 13 blades, okay, so your stars are gonna look great as well as the bokeh, okay, dual HLA focusing system. It's supposed to be lightest lens in its class, which I've heard from the reviews I've seen, dust splash resistant, which I pray they all are, which they are. Water and oil repellent coating, designed to minimize focus breathing, which I heard it does handle focus breathing really well. I think it was Manny Ortiz. If you go check out his, video, he did a great test of, like, testing out the focus breathing. He didn't notice any, I didn't notice any either. Um, minimize ghosting and flaring, of course, aperture ring, declick, it comes with everything you would expect. But moral of the story is that if you're looking to, just get your first professional 50 mil lens, this would be bar none the best value buy you can get for a professional, fast lens for under 1,500 bucks. This thing is quite honestly, it's worth 1,500 bucks, but for 13.99, it's gonna be a great buy. And here's the thing, and if you honestly don't wanna do the 13.99, check this out. You can literally just go to, check out their 51.4. The 51.4 is a fantastic lens, super compact, but look at the price. Look at that, 849. If you don't wanna spend the 13.90 or 12.99 or whatever, dude, just go right on over here, okay? 849 for a 51.4, and this lens is awesome, okay? Oh, okay, that's the HSM version, but let's go check out the let me check out the, DGDN, okay? The DGDN, that's the one I'm running at. But let's check it out. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, search. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. It's still 849. Come on now, people. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, look at that, 50 mil f1.4 DGDN. If you didn't wanna spend that extra few hundred bucks, you will not go wrong with this lens. And, what mounts does it come comes in Sony if you're a Sony shooter or Panasonic L mount shooter or any Leica L mount shooter, so that's your Blackmagic, Sigma, Leica, Panasonic, you're gonna be good to go with this lens. 849, that's probably like that's a damn 'cause this lens is awesome. Under $900, and you're getting a digital native, lens. So the flange distance is specifically made for mirrorless cameras compared to the HSM. So this is your winner right here if you don't wanna spend the extra amount of money for that 50 f1.2. Personally, I own 6 Sigma lenses and love every single lens I've ever bought from them, and no, not they've never sponsored me. They've allowed me to review their stuff, but they never sponsored my videos in terms of pay, and they certainly aren't paying me now to say that. I just love their glass and the craftsmanship of their lenses. Always top tier. Pi. Hey, Pi. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. Oh, audio is cutting in and out? Alright. I will check out the audio, guys, right now. Give me a second. Let me know how there we go. Give me a second. Okay, I'm fixing the audio right now. Alright, let me know how the audio is right now, guys. Everybody, let me know how it works. I switched something on my, internet, and let me know if it works. I'm gonna take something out in the back of the computer. Yo, hey, everybody. Oh my goodness, this stuff is killing me here. Alright. Alright, let me know how the audio is, how's my signal, all that good stuff. It says on my end, let's check it out. Boy, oh boy, this technical stuff is a pain in my butt, which is ironic because I was streaming directly, with the ethernet, and it seemed to be cutting out my audio, okay? But now I am just doing it over Wi-Fi, so let me know how that works. If the audio plus the video, let me know how it's working for all of you out there, because that's highly frustrating to realize that, that I was sharing some stuff here and it's cutting in and out. That's annoying. I'm gonna check my strength here and see if there we go. Content, live, analytics, cool. Let me see how my audience. All right, I'm trying to see if there's um okay. Live chat, everything's looking smooth. All right, I don't see anything here on my end, but let me know what you folks think down below. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, all right. We finally getting there. Thank you, everybody. See, this is a teamwork effort. You guys help me make this stream better, and I can deliver some stuff that sounds better, much better. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was a total L. Total L. So I apologize, but I appreciate all of you chiming in as fast as you could to let me know. And it's so interesting that if I leave Wi-Fi on, I get a better signal compared to me using, I directly connect the internet into my computer through the Ethernet. So interesting how that works. Seems like it started acting up as soon as you started sharing the web. Oh, all right. All right. Let me try this again. All right. Let me know how that works. And I'm not sure if you came in sounding like Barry. Came in sounding like Barry White, then went to into Migos. Oh, okay. Hey, everybody, welcome. Oh, yes. Welcome to another main event of photography, lighting, and lenses. Oh, yeah. I used to have a sound effect that was kind of, let me see. Hey, yeah. Hey, King Kruk. How's this Barry White sound effect? So, anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? Cool. Um, so I hope you folks, I'm curious, is anybody out there excited about the new Sigma lens, the 51.2? Personally, I think it's a great buy. It's a great lens. I haven't been able to test it, but it looks super compact, which is awesome for what do you call it? For gimbal work, handheld work, right? I mean, it looks compact just on how they're holding it. And 72 millimeter filter thread. So I've got my filters ready for this. Um, but that 51.4 is a fantastic buy. Can't beat it for $850. So if you don't want to spend the $13.99, it'd behoove you to get that 51.4. And at $849, I would skip the f1.8. If you were thinking about a 50 millimeter f1.8, I would say save up a few hundred more and get that 51.4 through Sigma, because that you cannot beat that 51.4 for $850. Like, that's a steal. That's a true steal. Um, there you go. Yeah, I figured you would like the little sound effect, get a little coolness in there. So anyway, as I mentioned earlier, please feel free and support the channel. All you gotta do is press that like, that share, the subscribe button. You already know. And believe it or not, it does help out. It helps out tremendously. And um every like matters, right? Uh YouTube likes matter. So with all that said, anyway, and smash that bell icon. You already know. And if you feel and for you to stay in the loop, all you got to do is sign up to my free newsletter. The link is in the description section down below, and you'll get exclusive discounts to my upcoming webinars, in-person workshops, and only and membership only invites to my upcoming photo walks. All my photo walks will be free, but you have to be signed up to my newsletter in order to get invited and know what's going down. I will not be posting locations, dates, and all that stuff. Well, at least locations and all the details on social media, but through these newsletters that I'll be sending out once a week. Okay. I'll try not to blow up your Google inbox. All right. I'll make sure I won't. Pi says looks good, but PU, this 24 to 70 millimeter that covers the 50 mil range. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you have the Sigma, you have the DGDN 24 to 70, so you're gonna be more than fine with what you got. I was just saying, for those who like to get into primes, especially if you are still a photographer with a kit lens, I always recommend one of the first lenses. A 50 millimeter prime lens is always a great lens to start with. That'll get you out of the kit lens that usually is like a variable aperture lens, right? So like a 51.8 is a great go-to. Usually you could find them for most brands around $200. But if you really want to go straight into professional in terms of a prime lens, that's great for photos and video. The 50 f1.4 or this one too is a phenomenal buy, a great bargain. King Kruk says Sigma 51.2 sounds awesome and at a great price. Me personally, that 50-ish look, I'm eye grilling the Knock 58.95. Oh yeah, you can't beat it. I mean, that I haven't used that lens. Vahagen has, and he absolutely loves that lens. So absolutely. And if you're not going to do the 58, then at least do the 51.2. Z lens. That's a phenomenal lens that I've used it countless times on so many shoots. Matter of fact, the photo shoot I just did with that Zuran X60 light I showed earlier were all done with the Z8 and the 51.2 lens. So you'll all see that tomorrow on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, so therefore you can check out that video review of that light. All right. Now, let's go into the next piece of cool news, shall we? It's going to be, oh, here's just a little bit of news right here, okay? Let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about this one right here. For this, awesome. And let's get into this little piece of news. Uh, all right. So, as we know, the past 2 weeks we were all trying to make sure that we survive our heads exploding from the news that Nikon is buying RED camera. But here's some good news for those who already own RED or is curious about the direction and how it's going to be managed and ran now that Nikon's taking it over or buying it. RED assures customers that after Nikon's acquisition announcement that they will be not changing anything. Okay, we figured it would be clear. Here's a post that Sigma RED's digital cinema camera made. We figured we'd clear the air. We're excited about the future and remain fully committed to our products, RED brand, our team, and our customers. There are no changes. What did I just do? There are no changes to product support, warranties, or policies. Okay. So that's great news, especially for those who are already committed to the system, which is thousands of dollars worth of commitment. And so far, what it's telling me is that uh, Nikon is committed to keeping the name intact, and I'm guessing as well as the branding, colors, and everything else, which I think they should. I think they should just obviously own it because they're buying it, but it remains a professional name brand for all the work they've done up to this point. They've done a great job in capturing the market, having their name attached to Oscar-winning films, Emmy-winning TV shows, and everything else. Like they're on a right trajectory, and therefore Nikon should leverage their space, their money, marketing power, in making that company even better, and in implementing some of the technology in RED into some of their pro and prosumer camera line in the Z mount area. I mean, in a Z camera. So I honestly think this is a great decision. Plus, it doesn't get people too nervous about the change and may want to exit stage left to RE or some other camera brand or like Sony or something like that because they're not sure of where the continued support for RED is going to be like, you know. So this is great news. I'm excited for it. I commented on this and I said all we need now is a Z mount and I'll buy one. I've been personally eyeballing the Komodo X for like a month or two now, and if they can get it in a Z mount, or I might think of just a PL mount because that's a nice universal mount. I could always get an adapter to L mount or to Z, but nonetheless, I would like a Z. That would be really, really, really enticing, and I would find a way to sell blood to get that Komodo X. Come on now, you know what I'm talking about, people. Yeah, because that's what we do here. We were willing to sell parts of our body to get the camera we want, and right now that camera's impressive. But on that cinema camera note, I'm actually really excited to. I'm trying to be patient for the Lumix S5 excuse me, Jesus, Lumix S1H Mark II. Okay. So if that camera ever comes out, I might end up just getting that and just holding off on a RED because it will be much cheaper by far. Matter of fact, let's take a look. Since we're talking about camera news, let's see. Panasonic rumors. Is there such a thing? Um, oh, what is this? Boopity boopity boop. No, that's not gonna help us out. That's not gonna help us out. Okay, look at this. They got some. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at this, folks. For anybody shooting Panasonic, you might dig this news right here. Okay. You might dig this news. Check this out. I am at digitalcameraworld.com. And look at here. The flagship Panasonic S1 has been discontinued. Okay. And also 5 years. Oh, So therefore, you already know successors is on the way, baby. Some wild specs have surfaced suggesting that we might actually get two successors following the template set by the big, hugely successful S5 II and the S5 IIX. Okay. We could be looking at a 34 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor in a smaller, weather sealed magnesium constructed body. Okay. With an active cooling system and built in ND filters and video that offers 6K and 4K uncropped. Okay. Uncropped at 120 frames a second. That, my friend, is crazy. I've been saying this, and I know a lot of people just don't like hearing it. Panasonic always does the most, like the most, in a beautiful way. They give you tons of cinematic features in their cameras. Go pick up the S5 Mark II X and actually go through the specs. So that camera for $2,200 or whatever it is now, because I think there's a sale, is truly an amazingly powerful cinema camera. At that price point, no one beats it. No one beats it for $2,200, which you can get out of an S5 Mark II. Absolutely not. It's crazy. So for this, so if they're saying the S1 Mark II may have 6K and 4K uncropped at 120 frames a second, I think the only with built-in ND filters, come on now. I think the only camera that might come close would be Nikon's Z6 III. Nikon Z6 III would be the closest to this, if anything. Okay, which I could totally see Nikon doing it because they already did 4K 120. They've done 8K, everything else. They could totally do that. I don't know if they'll do built-in ND filters, but let me tell you, built-in ND filters are clutch, would be phenomenal. I would absolutely go crazy. And since I have tons of L-mount lenses, that would be very tempting. Okay. But since I have an S5 Mark II, I probably would be waiting for this next camera right here, which is, hold on, let me see if I was, okay, everybody's looking pretty good. Um, it would be okay, the S1H Mark II. There are whispers afoot that a successor to the Lumix S1H, the company's full frame video specialist, is on the way. It's been suggested the camera could have a 50 megapixel sensor, which is right in line with competitors in terms of flagship cameras, so forth, along with a much needed bump to the CF Express for at least one of its dual memory card slots. However, while 50 megapixel is enough for 8K, don't get your hopes up for 8K support. As outlined below, Panasonic doesn't believe there is sufficient demand for 8K yet. Instead, the S1H will focus on oversampling 6K and 4K. An interesting development is that Panasonic has patented a camera with built-in ND filters, something usually reserved for cinema cameras, or bizarrely, the Ricoh GR3. That would be a killer feature in the S1H2 and would make a huge amount of sense. Me personally, I know like our Nikons have 8K and um the Z8, and of course the Z9, and it's a great feature to have. It's awesome. I don't shoot in 8K, but I've shot like my last short film I've done in 5.9K, which is ultimately 6K, using the S1H and the S5 Mark II, mostly the S5 Mark II. So with that said, I find that 6K is the most in between 8K and 4K. Yeah, 8K you're going to get a crazy amount more resolution, but that 6K seems to be kind of like a sweet spot for me, right? So I'm gonna get great amount of resolution. I could crop in, I could edit and on a 4K timeline, and for sure kill it on a 1080 timeline. And so I have a lot more maneuverability, and I would benefit from that resolution more than I would using an 8K in similar ways. and save on the space on my hard drive, right? So like, yeah, you get um, uh, more advantages, obviously, with a file of 8K, but you're going to also deal with all that storage too. So I find, again, 6K to be a great sweet spot. All right. And I noticed like the cameras I want to get later on, let's say the Komodo X by Red, guess what? It does 6K, but it does 6K at 80 frames a second. It does some ridiculous specs. It does 16-bit, video and all sorts of crazy crap that I just get excited reading. But with all that said, that's 6K. And even their highest end camera, the Raptor V, does 8K. And that camera is I want to say it's 30 grand or something like that for the body only. So anywho, so with that said, the reason why I mentioned that is that if it did come at 6K, but it's zero crop, 4K zero crop, a built-in ND filter, um, an updated phase detect autofocus, meaning better improved on top of the S5 Mark II, because the S5 Mark II is absolutely usable. It's totally, I mean, I'm using it now for this live stream, and I use it for most of my videos. So with all that said, I've found it completely usable. With barely any issue, very smooth transitioning when it comes to focusing from the back to the front, etc. So if they could better improve that on the S1H Mark II and still make sure that it's Netflix approved, then this can be a great, phenomenal camera, because it was just like a few things that people were upset with the S1H: size, autofocus. I think were the two biggest things that were the hurdles why people didn't pick it up. But those who picked it up, the color and everything else, and what you could get out of the camera was always, something people really highlighted. So, but you can't get over the size issue, and as well as the autofocus is what people really got hung up over. So I hope, and I'm sure they will improve that, because they've shown that in the S5 Mark II. So I'm excited to see where it goes. And what makes the big difference, honestly, between um, the S1 II and the S1H2. I want to see what is the big game changer between them both. If they're both doing 6K and 4K, um, and both have built-in ND filters, right? You might be better off just sticking with the S1 II or 2X, right? Because more likely the X will have ProRes internal or something. Like, we got to have that. Yeah, I'm curious to see when it drops, but I'm excited that Panasonic is going full steam ahead with their full frame lineup. And I already know they're going to dump tons of cinematic features built into the camera. And you don't have to wait years for a firmware update, like waveform, vector scope. They also have what else is in there? Oh, ProRes and everything else. Like, they're going to incorporate that. Also, a lot of times with Panasonic cameras, they also create ProRes, Black Magic RAW files to an external recorder like the Atomos. So for those who use DaVinci Resolve and you don't have and you have a Panasonic camera, don't worry. Check your latest firmware update. A lot of times it includes Black Magic RAW files to an external recorder like an Atomos. So therefore, it's as if you're shooting with a Black Magic camera. You're going to be good to go. All right, because remember, Black Magic is a part of the L Mount Alliance. Shout out to Jared Poland, who likes to make that sound when he says L Mount Alliance. Anyway, let's get back to the show here. Yes, the Figma. Oh yeah. I read that one. Okay, so it looks like we're looking pretty good right now. Where is that tab, for heaven's sakes? All right, let's get to the next one. Okay, we got another one, and nope, and another one. Shout out to who is it? DJ Khaled, and another one. All right, let's check this one out. Here we go. Now look at Nikon coming in. All right, Nikon released this week, as all of us know, especially if you're on my channel, because most of you shoot with Nikon. Um, dropped the Z 28 to 400 millimeter f4 to 8 vibration reduction lens. Okay. So at first I was like, why in the heck would I need this lens? But as I watched some reviews, shout out to Petapixel and Matt Granger and a few others, um, I started to really think about how useful this lens could be. All right. Now, granted, I just, I picked up the 24 to 120 millimeter lens back in, I think, January. And that was my ultimate go to all around lens for travel. I've mentioned that before. Now, this lens is phenomenal because I think it's like a 28 times zoom. So you go from 28 to 400 millimeters, which is nuts. Okay. Oh, excuse me, 14.2 times zoom. Okay. Right there. It weighs only 725 grams, 5 stops of stabilization, and obviously for your full frame FX format. All right. So my only thing is obviously due to the variable aperture at f4 to f8, you're going to lose a hell of a lot of light. Right. So knowing that for it to be an ultimate travel camera, that's gonna hurt a little bit if you happen to be indoors. Like f4 can be, you're already gonna jack up your ISO, let alone 6.3 or 8.0. It's looking a little rough, right? The noise grade. But if you shoot outdoors like sports like this here, oh, you're winning. You're winning. This is a if I had a young kid in sports, I would buy this lens in a heartbeat. It's a great deal. It's a great price. Look at that, $1,300. Shout out to all the camera brands and lens brands that are dropping reasonably priced lenses. Um, that's how I would do it. And if you put on look at this. If you put on APS-C, boom, 600 mil instantly. I would for sure get this if I had a child in sports. Yes, you could do candid portraits and this macro style close-ups because it has a very close minimum focusing distance. But I'll be in video versatility. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. Right. But I haven't got a lens from Nikon that isn't good to use for video. So, but I'm telling you right here, this is going to be great for sports and for birding. Anybody doing wildlife, birds, stuff like that? Oh yeah, you're going to be good to go. This is going to be a great fun lens that's very affordable. So if you're looking for extra reach up to 400 mil and just want that versatility, this is going to be great. I mean, for the price, you can't beat. You can't beat it. To get all that reach, and then you're able to have as wide as 28 millimeters. That's pretty nuts. I mean, that's versatile. The math is mathing. Okay. And it has, obviously stability and I think the lens as well as the VR that's built into it gives you that what extra half stop or something. Oh, look, no, it says 5 stops of optical VR. Okay. Get an extra boost up to 5.5 when used with the Z series camera. So your camera gives you an extra 0.5. That's nothing to write home about, okay? I'll tell you that. Okay. But hey, you know what? 5.5 stops is gonna help you some way. Dust and drip resistant, of course. I hope so. Customizable control ring. Okay. That I would expect. But again, who is this used for? Who is this for? Whenever I look at a lens, I always think, who is this for that I would recommend it to? And I'm going to say, honestly, this lens was going to be, oh, hey, Wayne, how's it going? Personally, when I look at this lens, I am thinking sports, wildlife, birds all day. You cannot, I don't know. Somebody tell me another lens at this price point that would be more versatile and more practical. I just don't see it. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody out there. Someone might say a 50 to 600, a 150 to a 600 lens, but this gives you 28 to 400. That's pretty damn useful. That's a lot of usage. Me personally, I'm going to stick with my 24 to 120 f4 lens. I like the fact that it's constant aperture. And whenever I've been out and about, meaning like travel, when I do get a time to travel, I've never needed more than 120 mil, quite honestly. Um, I'm not doing that kind of traveling, I guess. When I do my cityscape and I visit cities or whatnot, 120 mil is more than enough. And again, I love my constant aperture. And the thought of zooming in and going way up to f8 doesn't work for me. That's my only thing. That's my only thing. I bet the detail is crazy though. I bet the sharpness is phenomenal, and and if it focuses just like the 24 to 120, this is going to be a phenomenal lens again for sports, action stuff. Let's say if you're shooting cars, raceway cars, stuff like that. Um Animals for sure. You want to get that extra reach, throw it on APS-C, get that 600 mil action going. This is going to be a great camera. If I was going to Yosemite, I'd bring this 100%. One time I saw a bear on the side of the road. I jumped out the car. It was far enough. I tried to jump out the car, but I had only the 70 to 200. Okay, and try to snap off a pic, but the bear already ran off. Then I realized that was a stupid move on my part. So what can I say? All right. Stay in your cars, folks. If there's a bear around, a little, words of wisdom. Wayne says it's a pretty good lens for what it offers. It's not an S lens, but it comes with some nice features for someone that wants an all-in-one lens. Exactly. It's what I thought. I mean, the versatility is there. The price point is great, right? You know what you're getting, but just understand, for those that don't, like f4 to f8, like you're gonna notice that light difference like real quick as soon as you zoom in. That's why I'm suggesting things that are normally done outdoors during the daytime, sports, etc. Mark, none. Okay. Well, there you go. Exactly. Exactly my point, man. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Yeah, thank you. And then we have Wayne again. I would normally wouldn't get a lens like this, but on the Z cameras, it is something I would consider for those places that people gets their gear stolen. Um, Good point. Good point. Yeah, for those places that people get their gear stolen. Yeah, that's a real good point, actually. I think the 24 to let me see, the 24 to 120, I believe, was $1,100. So if you're looking for a lens with a lot of zoom that's affordable, well, you get this one here for 13 or 12.99, or you can get the 24 to 120 f4 lens, and that's like 1050 or something like that. So you folks out there, you make your own decision. Again, me personally, I think the 24 to 120 fits in my range. I generally shoot a lot of portraits with the 7200, so that would be a great all-around go-to for me for when I travel, and I still get the 24 mil for some wide shots. Um, One lens, one body. It's with you all the time, not in a bag on a plane, train, or bus. Exactly. And definitely when I travel, my camera is always on me. Screw that. I'm not checking it in. I will sit on it if I have to, especially on a plane. Screw that. Too many horror stories out there. And I don't bring all my good stuff. That's a little travel tip. When you're traveling, man, don't bring all your good stuff. Hell no. Absolutely not. Bear Dundee. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I jumped out the car. I was so excited. I was like, pull over, pull over. I had the D500 at the time with the 7200, and I was like trying to get the shot of this bear. Oh shoot, I think it was like a brown or a black, like a black bear or something. And then I ran into the woods a little bit, and then I realized I'm in the woods with the freaking bear. No, I don't think I'll be doing that. And then I ran back to the car. The bear already ran away. Most bears don't want to be around us anyway. So just truth be told, they don't want to be near us. Um, you know me, I have everything with me all the time. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's it right there. Have it with you all the time. All right. Um, Absolutely. And that's what like now I think less when I travel. What I mean by that is I pack the least amount of gear as possible. That's why got the 24 to 120 was because I just want one lens. If I was to use one lens, that would be perfect for my entire trip with the Nikon ZF. Now, of course, I'd be upset if the ZF got picked up or snagged up, but it's not my Z8 or Z9, and it's much slimmer and more inconspicuous when I travel. So, yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, maybe we should talk about travel photography, um, give out some good tips. I know some people that travel a lot, and I bet they got some good tips for traveling. All right. Um, Let me go back to this Nikon lens. All right. What else does it say about it? They did it. Video versatility. No kidding. It'd be crazy recording some video with this bad boy. You would want a monopod or for sure a tripod if you're extending it out to 300, 400 millimeters. Okay. So, truth be told, there's not enough vibration reduction that will take away from all of your shaky hands. Heck no, absolutely not. All right, that's it. That's all it is. You can put in your I think right now they're accepting pre-orders. Let me see. Yeah. Right now they are accepting pre-orders right here for this lens. Um so you go ahead and pre-order that if you'd like. Again, I think it's a great buy for what it is. It offers you VR, which I pray it did. I mean, for that, for 400 millimeters, you'd want one, but it's a great price. It really is a great price. It looks sharp from the photos I've seen, and one day I'll be able to test it and let you all know. Okay. So, with all that said, that is the end of all of our news. All right. All right, that's the end of the breaking news. Um, Let me check out the comment here. The Synchro VR works on the Z8, maybe the ZF too. Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. I haven't had any issues, ironically, with the ZF in terms of vibration or anything like stability or yeah, I just never had any issues. But a lot of lenses I've been using are prime lenses, right? Matter of fact, here's my ZF right here. All right, so I kept it up top here because I don't have a dedicated camera bag yet for the ZF. So the lenses I got with it are like always just hanging out up top there. It's not just so it's yeah for this video. Um, but it looks nice there. So with the 28, this one's a 20. Here, let me give you this. There we go. With the 28 mil lens, it doesn't have any vibration reduction, so that's why I've just haven't used too many lenses, Wayne, with VR and seeing if the synchro works or anything. It just and then of course the 40, right? Bad. I love this lens. It's so good at f2. Here we go. Let me see. There we go. F2 right there, right? Pretty good lens. This is the one that comes with it. For those that don't know, it comes with the ZF. If you buy it as a kit, I bought the 28 mil that was extra, but it's only $300. Only $300 for f2.8 prime 28 mil lens. Come on, man. That's a buy right there. Come on now. You already know. And then this is by Zuran. Excuse me. No, this is by Young Yo. What? Excuse me. Correction. Correction. All right. This is by Young Yo. This is that 50 mil. This lens is actually really well built. I'm really shocked. This lens, 50 mil, excuse me, 85 mil, 1.8 prime lens. Got your FM button right there. Got your autofocus, manual focus switch. Built out of metal, and it's less than $400. less than 400 bucks. Okay. And it fits and looks great on the ZF. All right. Truth be told, it fits perfectly right on the ZF. Look at that. Nice. The connection is really tight. Let me see what I can do here. Just this light a little bit. Let me see if you can see that. So there we go. There we go. It looks really good on the ZF. That's why I was really excited to review it. You can check out my review on my channel of this lens. The hood is plastic. The body, the casing is metal. Hood is plastic. I wish there was metal too, but nonetheless, honestly, a prime lens f1.8 85 for just under 400 bucks. Nuts. Absolutely. Great buy. So anyway, I don't know why I'm showing you guys that. I love that ZF. It's so much fun. The review I just recently did for that X60 little light, I shot with the 50mm f1.2 on my Z8, and I noticed how much, like, the good thing about a Z8 is that camera, the grip is amazing. I mean, that it just feels great in the hand. But boy, I was shooting with the light, this little light right here. For those that weren't here at the beginning, with this little light, okay, and then I attached the little reflector. Okay, there we go. So I was shooting with one hand, lighting the model, and had the Z8 with the 50 f1.2. And let me tell you, that was a task in itself. It was a task for sure. And but it was a lot of fun. I got home this morning. We shot it last night, and this morning I edited the photos, and that video will be out, I'm praying for tomorrow. But it's a really good, if not tomorrow, by Saturday for sure. But I was using this with one hand. So the moral of the story is that that Z8, I really start to feel how heavy it is compared to the ZF. It's just so much easier to manage with one hand. And whoops. And if I'm lighting my, the subject and whatnot, it was just pretty interesting. So yes, I could have used a stand and everything else, but at Pier 39, I didn't want to have a stand, and then they would consider it some sort of commercial shoot and security and everybody else. But if I'm just lighting the model like this, I could get off a few shots and then call it a day. So anyway, that just came in handy. Oh, meant with the oh, that's what you meant, Wayne. Okay. Matt Aaron's video was doing well at the long end. Okay. Oh, all right. All right, I'll check that out. I'll check out his video for sure. The 28 to 400 sounds enticing, but does the IQ get close enough to 24 to 105? Oh, to the 120. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what you meant. The IQ. Oh, do you mean like for the macro kind of for like macro style shots? Is that what you mean by King Kruk? Let me know. Wayne says to him, I think it should fall a bit below, but not too far off. Well, there you go. I haven't looked into that specifically. Oh, image quality. And look at you guys with your acronyms and whatnot. Honestly, the image quality of that 24 to 120 is pretty awesome. It's really impressive. Oh, there's another lens that's so underrated. It's the 105 f2.8 macro lens. That lens is great. That lens is so much fun. I used it randomly. You might have seen my short video on YouTube Short with me using the macro lens, and I shot some bees and some flowers and whatnot. Man, I had such a great time. I used the Z8 with that Z105 f.2 macro lens, and I had a blast. And that lens is so light, but it gets you in there when it comes to shooting insects or flowers or whatnot. And boy, I was really impressed with the pictures I was getting out of it. It was great. Exactly. Yes, it is. It is a very sharp lens, and it's so underrated, and it's under $1,000. So if you shoot a Z camera and want to shoot flowers and insects or just close-up macro product photography, that is by far a phenomenal option for you to have. That 105Z 2.8. Such a great lens. I'm so glad I got it. I originally got it for weddings, for product, not product shots, for detail shots, ring shots, stuff like that. But I've used it for so many other things, and have been happy every time I've shot beauty photography with it, headshots, etc. And it's a great lens. King Crook says a 105 macro is a must, but I'm sure Wayne is going to rock with the Milvus 100 Mac. Uh-oh. Let's see what he says. I need to get another. Sold it when I went to Sony. Oh. Yeah, that lens is awesome. And the price point is great. I do have to give it to Nikon. They've been able to make some spectacular lenses floating around $1,000, give or take, and giving people plenty of options regardless of your financial situation. So that I really appreciate. I know, like with Canon lenses, there's so many great lenses, but they're very freaking expensive, and that's hard for me to swallow. So I appreciate that Nikon really has developed a well-rounded, economically satisfying set of lenses, okay, or options for the rest of us. Mozman is in the house. Come on now. The Nikon 24-120 is going to be superior, as has both our Neo and Nano coatings. Okay, the new 28-400 has what did he say? No coatings. Wow. With that said, there you go. The mic has dropped. Drop that mic. Wayne says, I've been holding off on getting one as the Zeiss lens is heavy. Yeah. The Zeiss lens is awesome. The only Zeiss I've been looking at is the those cinema ones, the nano cinema Zeiss lenses. Those look pretty awesome. So yeah, you're right about that, Wayne. Yeah. That 105 is light as hell, and the AF is really good. So shout out to that. But the next lens I for sure have to get is going to be the Plena. You all know I need that Plena in my life. Okay. And if you're new to my channel, you can check out my review of the Nikon Nikkor 135 millimeter Plena lens on my channel. Go ahead and research that. Someone is eyeing the Zeiss Nano Primer. I mean, I couldn't deny it. I mean, I have a new affinity for cinema lenses, and boy, I looked at the Zeiss. I was like, damn, the lens look pretty nice, but again, cost, right? So, I do want to get a set of cinema lenses, but I'm gonna go a budget route first, get me in there, and then I'll upgrade like each focal length at a time, right? I'm thinking I'm gonna start with 7 Artisans. They have pretty good one, and Mikey lenses, and theirs generally for primes are like $1,100 each, something like that. And but 7 Artisans has some budget ones I'll start with, and then I'll go from there. I'm gonna wait. King Crook says I'm gonna wait on the nanos. They need to release in Z mount, and fam are talking about Cali. Oh, and fam are okay. So yeah. I mean, I eyeballed the nanos just because they look phenomenal, and Zeiss, come on, it's legendary glass quality. But there are some other brands that are a little bit more financially affordable that I've been eyeballing, quite honestly. So let me see if I can share with you. What is it? It's called UVO lens. No, UXO. Let me see if this is it. No. Oh, Rokinon has done some great lenses too. That might be a cinema lens I might look at too. Okay. But there's another one. I think it's called like DXO something. Here we go. DZO. There we go. Okay. I've been looking at these. These got great reviews right here. Okay. That I have been eyeballing. And check these out if you're looking for cinema lenses. DZO film lenses. Okay. Um, I've watched a couple of reviews, and a lot of people said these lenses are really good and the prices are fair, right? They're under $1,500 for most of them, and they have a whole set if you want to get the whole set. A 16, 25, 35, 50, 7500, and 125 mil lens. Look, for the same price, a little bit more than than my Z9. You get the whole set. I wonder how many it comes with the nice little caps on it. I wonder how much this whole look at that. T 2.1 to 2.8. That's dope. You just get I would get a PL mount is what I would get. Keep it safe. And yeah, that's what so I've been eyeballing a few of these other brands, quite honestly, just because of the affordability. But that's just me. That's just me. Miles Man says the Z105 and the 400 f 4.5 both feel like toys, but are phenomenal. And you know what? And that's how they're gonna keep it lighter and also probably cut cost, right? So, I mean, you could buy that buy some of those lenses super cheap. But yeah, you're right. The 105 is plasticky, that's for sure. Robert, you should be looking at the Zeiss Milvus line. All right, let me check this out. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Zeiss Milvus. Ooh. All right, let's take a look at that. Here we go. Go right to Zeiss.com. Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. You were talking about these. You were talking about these. The Milvus. Let's take a look. All right. Here we are. Now, Cine style lens for professional filmmakers. Oh, okay. So 99. Man, they got a bunch of lenses. Okay, I'll check this out. I'm curious to how much it is though. Let's just play around. Is it feature? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I have to go find a dealer. I have to go find a dealer to see how much roughly these cost. I'm good, but it does look nice. Um. Oh, chromatic aberration. I'm not sure who's that for. Maybe. Oh, that's what you were talking about, King Krug. Okay, and Fam are talking about chromatic aberration. Oh, okay, got you. In the nano lenses. All right, I'll double check that, King Krug. Thank you. Mark is in the house. Thank you, man, for tuning in all the way from Sacktown. You're going to convince me to get the 135 1.8 like you convinced me to getting the Z8. Hey, man, I'm just trying to help you win, okay? By recommending good choices that I personally would do. And yes, that one thing. I'm not sure if you tried it, Mark, but just try it. Try it. Take some portraits. Bring a model to Mike's camera. Try out that lens, and you're gonna see why I'm sweating that lens so much. Honestly, for portraits, it's my favorite Nikon Z lens, bar none. And that lens is just crazy. Favorite in terms of like of a prime lens. Okay, you already know I like the 50, so I can't say favorite per se. But that lens is amazing, and it's so beautiful. I love what you get out of it. So go ahead and check that out, Mark. Bring a model to the store, take a few pictures, and you'll see what I've been talking about, man. That thing is great. Um, Worth every dollar. Go for a Voigtlander made in the same factory as Zeiss for a lot less. Ooh, that's a great advice. Mazman says, Any Nikon lens with its own name is going to be special. Yeah, you already know, man. You already know, okay? The Noct, the Plena, and I'm sure some other stuff they're going to come out with. Maybe the 35-1.2 will be its own name, right? King Kruk says, I have the Z8 and have taken 0 photos. This thing is a must for video. I'm sure photography is just as awesome. Yeah, both. That's the Z8 is really, really, to me, the perfect balance between photos and video, because I can make a rig out of the Z8 and use it on set, but also for photography, it's a perfect, how can I say, form factor for photography. So absolutely, the Z8 is a great camera. The Z9 is a great camera, but sometimes I don't want that. I don't want that big ass camera with me, quite honestly. Right? I want to leave it at home, and I don't want to get robbed. When King Crook says, when it comes to lenses, cry once, buy once. Ooh wee! Now that's what I'm talking about. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Cry once, buy once. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take that. That is that's a saying of the evening. Come on, I think Randy Savage like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I saw a great snippet of Randy Savage talking his smack about his self-confidence. I should have so took that and added it to my sound bank. So shout out to Randy Savage. Anyway, Cooley Presley says, love my Cooley's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Love my 2.8 to 105 for portraits. Absolutely. That's a great that's like me with my 24 to 120. It's great in the studio as well as on location. It really is a great all-around lens. Wayne says $1,100 each on B and H. Oh, okay, Wayne. I'll check that out. That's the Zeiss Milvus line. Okay, I'll check it out. Some are over 2K. Okay, that's fair enough. All right. I got to do research though, you know. How are you guys rigging your Z8? I made a video of me rigging up my Z8. You can check it out on my channel. And when the heck? Let me see what it's called. It is called content. Let me go to video. How can I do that? Z8. Would it do that? Okay. It's called camera. Okay. It's called camera rig setup. All right. So let me get the shareable link. There you go. So King Kruk, you could check out this link here. Nikon Z8 camera rig. You can watch this. I just posted it. Check that out. There's a link right there in the live chat, and you could check out how I rigged up my Nikon Z8. All right. Milvus 4 lens kit, 25, 35, a 50, 85, all 1.4, $7,400. Okay. Wow. Look at this. The battle of the cine lenses is going down. Yeah. Look at that. All right. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks for the update. Appreciate that on B&H. King Kruk says, if you want to ball out on a budget with cinema lenses, look at the Tokina Vista Primes. I'm going to rent them soon and test them, but these are a bargain compared to the lenses they compete with. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. Seriously, let me know how they are, how they work and everything. And that's phenomenal. Thank you for that suggestion for the Tokina Vista Primes. Okay. We're just giving each other shots out here. Price correction, $72.44 for the set. So 25, a 35, a 50, and 85. That's pretty good. But that DZO what was it, the lens I looked at? It's called the history. Let me see here. Yeah, the DZO film lenses. You get all these lenses. You get a 16, a 25, a 35, a 50, a 75, and a 100, and 125 for $6,500. I don't know. That's a bargain right there. Let's check it out. Hey, that's a bargain. All right. I'm gonna have to. This is what it's competing against. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prime lenses with a hard case included. Okay. PL and PL and EF mount. I'll get the PL there. $6,500. You get a whole set. So you get a wide lens. That's what I like. I like that. And you also get this here if you just feel like crushing the hell out of the background. That's pretty good. Come on, that's a little tough to compete with. See what you guys got. What do we got here? Oh, okay, I got that. All right. Looks like we're finally caught up, which is a miracle. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I believe it's pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead. Let me see if I can open up this thing here. All right. So it's and I have, if you want to join the panel, you're more than welcome to. It's pinned to the top right there. Again, today we talked about the uh, Sony's new 247 megapixel sensor, large medium. What is it? What is it's a medium format sensor there. We talked about obviously the Nikon Z 28 to 400 millimeter f4 to f8 lens. We also talked about how RED says regardless of Nikon acquiring their company, everything remains the same, which I think is a phenomenal thing that they're doing, and that a phenomenal thing obviously on Nikon's part. Don't mess up what already works, okay? Just make it better. Um, and then we also talked about, well, clearly these cine lenses, but we also talked about Sigma's 50 f1.2 lens release, which I think is a great buy for that price. If you shoot Sony and don't have a 50 prime, I would definitely get this lens in about 2 seconds. Can't beat the price. Can't beat the price. Not at all. Um, Wayne says, "I used a couple, the Zeiss Milvus lenses, and they are really good. Works great for photo and video work." Oh, okay. Do they are they, let me see. They don't have autofocus on them, right? Or do they? They are ideal for current DSLR cameras, also for mirrorless and Sony cameras. Thanks to their high contrast. Let's see. D-click function, rubber covered focus ring. Okay. Are they all manual? Let me know, Wayne, are these all manual lenses? Let me know. I'm looking at them now. Oh, they are nope, all manual. Okay, then I would use it strictly for cinema work or filmmaking for sure. Okay. Long-lasting product with protection. I gotta watch some reviews on this. She we got some nice wide lenses. Is this full frame? Let me see if it says it. Uh, full focus control. Doesn't let me know if it's, full frame or APS-C. What is it, Wayne? Let me know. Check the reviews. I'm gonna check them. I'm checking them, brother. Let me tell Oh, okay, they're full frame. Copy that. Alright, well, I'll take a look at these. I really will. Um, I'll take a look for sure. Get some Zeiss glass on the end of my camera. Nice. Look at that with the red. Damn, the red looks nice. Anyway, that's like an older one though. Alright, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Let's see what this guy's ancient crap. Let's see what it give us. Alright. I left the audio off so that I don't get freaking dinged on
My name is
YouTube.
Franz Meyer. I'm a skilled toolmaker,
Look at that slow-mo.
and I've always been fascinated by the historical roots of my craft.
Wait a second.
40 years ago, I
There we
decided
go.
to become a blacksmith,
Oh, shit.
and today I run a
Perfect.
forge
Oh,
in
looks a little sharp.
Franconia,
Looks a little fake. There's a lot of detail in that frame, I'll tell you that. You know? Let's see.
Germany.
Color's nice, but also probably a great colorist that touches,
A lot of knowledge
video
has
up.
been lost since then. Nowadays, you've got modern
But
tools
it
which
looks
weren't
good.
available back in the days.
Pretty
But for
clean.
classical, proper ironwork, it's essential to be skilled in the old techniques for the production of knives.
I'll check it out. All right, Wayne, I'll check it out because of you, because you're recommending it. I trust you. I'll check out that line. I gotta get some more cinema lenses. I only have one. I mean, I've been using Sigma lenses for my filmmaking. They look fine, but man, I want ones with teeth and all that good stuff in there and the gears. That really is a world of difference. I'm telling you, it's a world of difference. So I gotta get a line of cinema lenses sooner or later. But the first thing I'm probably gonna do is do the Plena. Gotta get that out the way. Gotta get the Plena. Then I can decide to shoot myself in the face and get some cinema lenses. But I need that Plena. Anyway, alright, so there we go. We got a lot of stuff that came out this week. Uh, uh, I will be doing a review on the SnapBridge app, just FYI. Everybody knows about this app, and then they came out with the latest firmware. Absolutely, absolutely. John Ishii's in the house. Come on now, everybody give him a round of applause. Right, so, um, yeah, no, Plena is definitely I'm a huge fanboy. If they had a T-shirt, I'd wear it. I'm like, "Oh, this lens, I just love that lens. I have the same joy of using that lens of when I use the F the, um, the, 105 f1.4 lens. That lens gave me the same amount of joy. So, anyway, Man Manila Martin's in the house. Yeah, all the way from the Philippines, everybody. Here we go. We're good worldwide with the show, alright? Worldwide. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a review on this SnapBridge app because I've been hearing a lot of people crap all over it, and I don't think it deserves the crap, what do you say, feedback that I've been hearing, okay? I don't think so. I have been using this app quite often before the latest firmware update. I've been enjoying it. Again, I've been using it with the Nikon ZF, and I have a program where let me see if I can show you guys. Let's go here. Let me see if you guys can see my overhead. Alright, let's go to my overhead. So, let me see if I can set this all up for you, okay? Check this out, everybody. So, here's the Nikon ZF. Here's my app, I mean, my phone. Here's the Nikon app right there. Right now, the camera it'd be helpful if I had a battery in it. So, with all that said, let me go get a stupid battery. In the meantime, enjoy the local music. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so here we go. We got put this battery in here. I just wanna show you, like okay, cool. Now it's on. Obviously, it's dark because I'm staring at the table here. Okay, so look, it already wants to connect. See that? Whoever keeps saying this stuff doesn't work is just they don't know what they're doing. Look at that. It automatically connected to my phone as soon as I turned this on because because you see right there where connect to smartphone is on. I keep that on, okay? Bluetooth pairing, I already paired it. You gotta take a minute and set up the pairing. Make sure it's paired. I have all 3 of my Z cameras paired to my SnapBridge, okay? Then, Upload while off? I do because I will choose a photo I wanna upload and then turn off the camera and it'll upload in the background. It is using your battery while doing that, just FYI. Okay? Um, I do have where is it? Selected pictures for upload, pairing Bluetooth on okay, so all that is good. Wi-Fi connection, yada, yada. Okay, let me see if, missing something here. Oh, yeah, okay. So what I don't have is okay, this is one thing I do recommend. Unless you for sure know you're gonna like all the pictures you're taking, do not put on, uh, auto select for upload, okay? Keep that off. Just use select pictures, alright? So the connection was already established, alright? Look, it's already connected. That's how fast it connected, right there, okay? Let me do it like this. Already connected. The latest firmware update right there, version 1.10, and it's already connected to my camera. You can see all my other cameras. What the heck is switch the camera? Um, Jesus. There we go. So here's my other cameras connected to SnapBridge, Z8 to Z9, alright? But mostly I keep it for the ZF. So it's on ZF right there, alright? Download pictures, which will need the Wi-Fi connection. That's where things get tricky with the Wi-Fi connection. I keep it on Bluetooth, alright? It's a easy setting tutorial for the modes and whatnot, okay? So there you go. That's what I do whoop, what am I doing here? That's what I'm doing when I have my ZF connected. You can go ahead what is this in here? Oh, with the, view the tutorials. You can add, choose your image subject, yada, yada. That's I'll go over, in a video tutorial for this new SnapBridge for that. But the point is, you saw right there, as soon as I turned on the camera, it the app opened up and connected. Alright, so for those who seem to fumble and not know how to use the SnapBridge, clearly need to do 2 things, visit NikonUSA.com or their YouTube channel or come holla at me, okay? I'm gonna make a video about it. So, now that that's connected, whenever I take a picture, alright, if I wanna take a picture it'd be nice if I had my settings right. Um, here, I'll just do one, like, really random picture. Alright, so there we go, take a picture of this rice cooker right there. Alright, so I took a picture of a rice cooker, correct. Congrats to me. And now, um, there's the picture of the rice cooker, alright. I press info, select for upload to smart device. You see that? Upload to smart device. Boom, selected for upload. And now it's gonna go over here. You see that little thing? That means it's uploading in progress, okay? Now here we go. Sorry about that. Now, when it does upload, you should be able to see it here eventually. There it is. Look at that. Boom. There's my picture of my rice cooker right there. And you saw it right there live, how well this look works if you take the time to connect your smartphone to your, or the app to your camera. But look, I showed you. I showed it connecting soon as it turned on. I showed you me taking a photo, as bad as it is, of my rice cooker and how quickly it uploaded once I selected to upload, alright? And that's it. Now, if I want and it tells you all the data look at this metadata it shares. Whoop, uh, look at it. It tells you right there some metadata, the ZF, 85 mil, f1.8 at 125th of a second. Like, that's what it tells you that at the bottom, and if you want, you go ahead and trash it, or you go ahead, upload it, share it, whatever. I've done this where I share with the model immediately and airdrop her the photo, okay? So there you go. Now from here, let's go to oops. Okay. Look, there it is, already on my phone. Already on my phone. I go right here, start editing, you know? I obviously need a lot more exposure. I don't know what I was doing, okay? But the point is, now you can quickly get to your photo and start posting it. Boom, my rice cooker in the flesh. Come on, people. All right. So, again, for those that don't know how to use SnapBridge, you might wanna check out my future video because it will help you out. This app is awesome. App is awesome. I love using it, and, as I said, I just keep it on, but I put it on select picture for upload. Do not keep it on auto because you'll end up, if you don't want it to, you'll end up at the end of the day with, like, 100 photos on your cell phone already uploaded, which could be helpful. I've done that when I was at Vegas, that was helpful, but there are times where you don't want it, you just want that one, so it's best to be able to at least control which photos go uploaded. As I said, I keep the auto upload while the camera is off on so that it continues to do that. So by the time I sit down and when I have a coffee or something, I have the selected photos I want uploaded to my phone, but it does mean your battery is being used. So, beware. All right? So that is that. All right? Anyway, I don't know how I got to the SnapBridge, but it's a great app. I don't okay. I think it's a really good app. I don't think it's the best. Panasonic's app is actually pretty good, but I think Nikon's is more modern looking, the user interface is a lot more modern, but Panasonic's is a lot more reliable, that's for sure. Especially when using it as a remote. When you're using it as a remote, your camera, I've had times where it disconnects, so that's a real pain in the butt, okay? When I wanna do long exposures and stuff, I like to use my app on my phone versus pressing the camera, the shutter on the camera. So that needs to be improved, but I like the user interface of Nikon's, and again, in the Bluetooth, it's working perfectly fine, alright? If you have any questions, comments, let me know down below. Anyway, let me get my keyboard back here, discombobulated. Um Wayne said, "I'm just smitten with the Zeiss lens. Once I get settled, I will look at adding more of them. You can add the gear rings and declick the aperture." Okay, alright. I'll check them out. John Ishii, Robert, do you use a light meter when you shoot your fashion gigs? I do, especially if it's in studio. Um It depends on the gig, but in general, I kinda know where like, I know the pocket I'm s my setting. Like, when I shoot runway, I know I'm gonna do f4. I shoot runways f4. I wanna make sure the model is for sure tic-tac sharp. Um, I know generally I'm gonna shoot at certain settings, if that makes sense, depending on the scene. But I do use my light meter. I always carry it with me. It's in my camera. I have a fashion show this weekend I'm going to, and, stay tuned. I'm probably gonna go live on that runway show, so stay tuned, for that. Um, and again, I'll be shooting at f4, and I'll share my settings during that time as well. Oz, man, I have no issues with SnapBridge, but some people act like it's still their girlfriend. I know, it's so crazy how people just get really worked up over that app, but yet that app is absolutely night and day difference from what it was when we had the D850, the D10. That Snapbridge then was absolutely, a laugh factory, and now it's really good. So, put all your wine in, everybody. Um, Mozman, make sure to click OK on the camera when pairing. Oh, good point, good point. You have to click on the camera You have to click on the camera and in the app. Oh, yeah, good point, absolutely. So I'll go over all that stuff, I'll just work from the back and show you folks, and I really wanna go over the new features, is the main point of that, video that I'm gonna make. Um, Wayne Wayne, says, "Used to use it, maybe I'll download it and use again." It really is helpful, and I when the remote part worked, it was really helpful because if I set up my camera on a tripod and I wanna record myself and can't reach it, that app is clutch. So, I just hope they work on that remote photography a little better where it's more reliable of a connection, and then it's really great. So, kudos to Nikon for the big improvement of the SnapBridge app. Um, Here we go. King Krug says, "Red has the best phone app. Nothing can touch that. I really hope Nikon can do something awesome." Alright, I need to check out that app. If it's that good, okay, I need to check it out. Up to this point, my most, satisfying app I've used with a camera on my phone was Panasonic's. It hands down has been really flawless. The connection is really reliable, and then you have full control of your camera, using their app. So shout out to Panasonic with their image app, okay? Alright, so it looks like we are nearing the end of the show, everybody. Can you believe it? I know it's, uh, it's something I hate to admit, but you know what? 2 hours is a lot for me. I do plan on going live quite often. I have some live unboxings. Stay tuned. Um, I've got some nice toys to review for all of you, and I'm actually experimenting with a unique softbox, okay? So whoops. If you wanna know what softbox I'm talking about when I say a unique softbox, you definitely want to subscribe to my channel and smash that bell to be notified when I post my unboxing and review of this particular softbox, alright? I've been doing some studying and researching on a softbox that solves a particular unique problem I have as a photographer. I mean, when I shoot in studio and outdoor, I was like, this kind of a softbox I could really use." Found one. I bought it for a very good price, under $100 from Amazon, okay? So you're gonna wanna subscribe for more about that, okay? You need to have Starbucks break and do a 4-hour live, fam. Um, hmm, you know what? A 4-hour live here's the thing. Um, I could do longer live streams if I wasn't on this by myself, I'm not gonna lie. When I have to talk for a full 2 hours, King Krug, it's a long 2 hours for me, but if I had a panel full of people and I don't have to talk as much as often, that's a big, big help for sure. You take care, buddy. Keep up the amazing fashion and beauty images you do. Thank you very much, Johnny Shi. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me coming from you. Um, so anyway, let me wind this couple down. I will be doing some long, live streams, King Krug, when I'm doing photo shoots, okay? Promise you that. I have ideas, I'm setting up photo shoots, I got models booked, it's gonna be going down. So, in the meantime, everyone, please make sure you press that like, share, subscribe, and yes, smash that bell icon to get notifications for my upcoming content. I got plenty of stuff coming up, and also, as I mentioned earlier, go ahead and head on over to robertsilverphotography.com to get notified of my upcoming in-person and virtual workshops. I have the How to Record Video with a Nikon Mirrorless Camera webinar on April 7th. And I also have an in-person Master Studio Portrait Lighting workshop. And I've hired 2 beautiful models for that one. It's over here in Oakland, California. So, and it's in a gated area, so you'll be safe. Don't you worry about that part. Okay. And hold on, let me turn this bad boy off. Awesome. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it. And also, make sure you sign up to my free newsletter and get access to discounts to my upcoming workshops, as well as exclusive member-only invites to my free photo walks. I am already planned a date and everything for a photo walk in San Francisco. Now, for you to get the details, you have to be signed up to my newsletter. All you got to do is click the link in the description section down below, sign up for that newsletter, just first, last name, and email, and I'll keep you in the loop. That's a guarantee, okay? So with all that said, you already know what time it is. Okay. All right, Rob. Thanks for the live. Hey, man, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Great show, Rob. See you in the next one. Thank you, Wayne. I will be here later on. Thank everybody. Yeah, thank you, Wayne, for stopping by. I will be live again next weekend. Next Thursday, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you tune in. No matter where I'm at, I'm going to be making sure I go live every week at that date and time. All right. And then make sure to hit the gym and keep doing games. Yes, brother. You already know. I'll be at the gym first thing Saturday morning. So I'll be there. All right. So with all that said, thank you all for another amazing episode here at Venmo Silver-Photography. And thank you for tuning in for Let's Talk Photography. See you next time.